Jeremiah chapter 2. Israel forsakes God. The word of the Lord came to me. Go and proclaim in the hearing of Jerusalem. This is what the Lord says. I remember the devotion of your youth, how as a bride you loved me, and followed me through the wilderness, through a land not sown. Israel was holy to the Lord, who first fruits of his harvest. All who devoured her were held guilty, and disaster overtook them, declares the Lord. Hear the word of the Lord, you descendants of Jacob, all you clans of Israel. This is what the Lord says. What fault did your ancestors find in me, and that they strayed so far from me? They followed worthless idols and became worthless themselves. They did not ask, where is the Lord who brought us up out of Egypt and led us through the barren wilderness, through a land of deserts and ravines, a land of drought and utter darkness, a land where no one travels and no one lives? I brought you into a fertile land to eat its fruit and rich produce. But you came and defiled my land and made my inheritance detestable. The priests did not ask, where is the Lord? Those who deal with the Lord did not know me. The leaders rebelled against me. The prophets prophesied by Baal, following worthless idols. Therefore, I bring charges against you again, declares the Lord, and I'll bring charges against your children's children. Cross over to the coast of Cyprus and look, send to Kedar and observe closely. See if there has been anything like this. Has the nation ever changed God? Yet they are not gods at all. But my people have exchanged their glorious God for worthless idol. Be appalled at this, you heavens, and shudder with great horror, declares the Lord. My people have committed two sins. They have forsaken me, the spring of living water, and have dug their own cisterns, broken cisterns that cannot hold water. It is Israel's servant, a slave by birth. Why then has he become plunder? Lions have roared, they have growled at him. They have laid waste his land. His towns are burned and dissented. Also the men of Memphis and Tahpanhes have cracked your skull. Have you not brought this on yourself by forsaking the Lord your God when he led you in the way? Now why go to Egypt to drink water from the Nile? And why go to Assyria to drink water from the Euphrates? Your wickedness will punish you. Your backsliding will rebuke you. Consider then and realize how evil and bitter it is for you when you forsake the Lord your God and have no awe of me, declares the Lord Almighty. Long ago you broke off your yoke and tore off your bonds. You said, I will not serve you. Indeed, on every high hill and under every spreading tree you lay down as a prostitute. I had planted you like a choice wine of sound and reliable stock. How then did you turn against me into corrupt wild wine? Although you wash yourself with soap and use an abundance of cleansing powder, the stain of your guilt is still before me, declares the sovereign Lord. How can you say I am not defiled? I am not run out of the Baals. See how you behaved in the valley. Consider what you have done. You are a swift she-camel running here and there, a wild donkey accustomed to the desert, sniffing the wind in her craving, in her heat. Who can restrain her? Any males that pursue her need not tire themselves. At mating time they will find her. Do not run until your feet are bare and your throat is dry. But you said, it's no use. I love foreign gods and I must go after them. As a thief is disgraced when he is caught, so the people of Israel are disgraced. They are their kings and their officials, their priests and their prophets. They said to wood, you are my father, and to stone you gave me birth. They have turned their backs to me and not their faces. Yet when they are in trouble, they say, come and save us. When then are the gods you made for yourselves? Let them come if they can save you when you are in trouble. For you today have as many gods as you have towns. Why do you bring charges against me? You have all rebelled against me, declares the Lord. In vain I punished your people, and they did not respond to correction. Your sword has devoured your prophets like a ravenous lion. You of this generation, consider the word of the Lord. Have I been to desert to Israel, the land of great darkness? Why do my people say, we are free to roam? We will come to you no more. Does a young woman forget her jewelry, a bride her wedding ornaments? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. How skilled you are at pursuing love. Even the worst of women can learn from your ways. On your clothes is found the lifeblood of the innocent poor. Though you do not catch them breaking in, yet in spite of all this, you say, I am innocent. He is not angry with me, but I'll pass judgment on you because you say, I have not sinned. What do you think that so much changing your ways? You will be disappointed by Egypt as you were by Assyria. You will also leave that place with your hands on your head, for the Lord has rejected those you trust. You will not be helped by them. Jeremiah chapter 3. The Lord says, if a man divorces his wife and she leaves him and marries another man, should he return to her again? Would not the land be completely defiled? But you have lived as a prostitute with many lovers. Would you now return to me? Declares the Lord. Look up to the barren heights and see, is there any place where you have not been ravished? By the roadside you sat waiting for lovers. You sat like a nomad in the desert. You have defiled the land with your prostitution and wickedness. Therefore the showers have been withheld, and no spring rains have fallen. Yet you have the brazen look of a prostitute. You refuse to blush with shame. Have you not just called to me, my father, my friend from my youth? Will you always be angry? Will your wrath continue forever? This is how you talk, but do all the evil you can. When Joshua was a king, and the Lord said to me, have you seen what Israel, that unfaithful woman, has done? She has turned away from me, and on every high hill and every green tree she has acted like a prostitute. I thought that after she had done all this, she would surely return to me, but she did not return. And her unfaithful sister Judah saw it all. Judah also saw that I divorced Israel and sent her away because she had turned from me and had become a prostitute. But Judah, Israel's unfaithful sister, was not afraid. She too became a prostitute and was not at all ashamed. She defiled the land and she committed adultery by worshipping stones and trees. And after all this, Judah, Israel's unfaithful sister, only pretended to return to me, and she was not sincere. I, the Lord, have spoken. So then the Lord told me that even though Israel had turned away from him, she had proved to be better than unfaithful Judah. He told me to go and say to Israel, unfaithful Israel, come back to me. I am merciful and will not be angry. I will not be angry with you forever. Only admit that you are guilty and that you have rebelled against the God, your God. Confess that under every green tree you have given your love to foreign gods, and that you have not obeyed my commands. I, the Lord, have spoken. Unfaithful people, come back. You belong to me. I will take one of you from each town and two from each clan, and I'll bring you back to Mount Zion. I will give you the rulers who obey me, and they will rule you with wisdom and understanding. Then when you have become numerous in that land, people will no longer talk about my covenant box. They will no longer think about it or remember it. They will not even need it. That time comes, Jerusalem will be called the throne of the Lord, and all nations will gather there to worship me. They will no longer do what they were stubborn and evil hearts tell them. Israel will join with Judah, and together they will come from exile in the country in the north and will return to the land that I give your ancestors as a permanent possession. I myself said, how gladly would I treat you like my children and give you a pleasant land, the most beautiful inheritance of any nation. I thought you would call me father and not turn away from following me. But like an unfaithful wife, you have not been faithful to me. I, the Lord, have spoken. A noise is heard on the hilltops. It is the people of Israel crying and pleading, because they have lived sinful lives and have forgotten the Lord their God. Return, all of you who have turned away from the Lord. I'll cure you of backsliding. Yes, we will come to you, for you are the Lord our God. Surely the idolatrous commotion on the hills and mountains is a deception. Surely in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel. Salvation of Israel. From our youth, shameful gods have consumed the fruits of our ancestors, labor their flocks and herds, their sons and daughters. Let us lie down in our shame. We have sinned against the Lord our God, both we and our ancestors. From our youth till this day, we have not obeyed the Lord our God. Jeremiah chapter 4. If you, Israel, will return, then return to me, declares the Lord. If you put your detestable idols out of my sight and no longer go astray, and if in a truthful, just, and righteous way you swear, as surely as the Lord lives, that the nations will invoke blessings by him, in him, and they will boast. This is what the Lord says to the people of Judea and Israel: break up your unplowed ground, and do not sow among thorns. Circumcise yourselves to the Lord, circumcise your hearts. You people of Judea and inhabitants of Jerusalem, all my wrath will flare up and burn like fire, because of the evil you have done, burn with no one to quench it. Announce in Judea and proclaim in Jerusalem and say, sound the trumpet throughout the land. Cry aloud and say, gather together. Let us flee to the fortified cities. Raise the signal to go to Zion. Flee for safety without delay. For I am bringing disaster from the north, even terrible destruction. A lion has come out of his hair. A destroyer of nations has set out. He has left his place to lay waste your land. Your towns will lie in ruins without inhabitant. So put on sackcloth, lament and wail, for the fierce anger of the Lord has not turned away from us. In that day, declares the Lord, the king and the officials will lose heart, the priests will be horrified, and the prophets will be appalled. Then I said, alas, sovereign Lord, how completely you have deceived this people and Jerusalem by saying, you will have peace, when the sword is at our throats. At that time, this people and Jerusalem will be told, a scorching wind from the barren heights in the desert blows toward my people, but not to win or cleanse. A wind too strong for that comes from me. Now I pronounce my judgments against them. Look, he advances like the clouds. His chariots come like a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe to us, we are ruined. Jerusalem, wash the evil from your heart and be saved. How long will you harbor wicked thoughts? A voice is announcing from Dan, proclaiming disaster from the hills of Ephraim. Tell this to the nations. Proclaim concerning Jerusalem, a besieging army is coming from a distant land, raising a war cry against the cities of Judah. They surround her like men guarding a field, because she has rebelled against me, declares the Lord. Your own conduct and actions have brought this on you. This is your punishment. How bitter it is, how it pierces to the heart. Oh, my anguish, I writhe in pain. Oh, the agony of my heart. My heart pounds within me. I cannot keep silent, for I have heard the sound of the trumpet. I have heard the battle cry. Disaster follows disaster. The whole land lies in ruins. In an instant, my tents are destroyed, my shelter in a moment. How long must I see the battle standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? My people are fools. They do not know me. They are senseless children. They have no understanding. They are skilled in doing evil. They do not know how to do good. I looked at the earth, and it was formless and empty, and at the heavens, and the light was gone. I looked at the mountains, and they were quaking, and all the hills were swaying. I looked, and there were no people. Every bird in the sky had flown away. I looked, and the faithful land was a desert. All its towns lay in ruins before the Lord, before his fierce anger. This is what the Lord says. The whole land will be ruined, though I will not destroy it completely. Therefore the earth will mourn, and the heavens above grow dark, because I have spoken and will not relent. I have decided and will not turn back. At the sound of horsemen and archers, every town takes to flight. Some go into the thickets, some climb up among the rocks. All the towns are deserted, no one lives in them. What are you doing, you devastated one? Why dress yourself in scarlet and put on jewels of gold? Why highlight your eyes with makeup? You adorn yourself in vain. Your lovers despise you. They want to kill you. I heard a cry as a woman in labor, a groan as one of bearing a first child, the cry of daughter Zion, gasping for breath, stretching out her hand and saying, alas, I am fainting. My life is given over to murders.